Hello, YouTube. One guy who stays for probably about a minute and then leaves. This is going to be a video on a number of things. I want to start on the movie They Live. You should probably start watching Live if you want to know what's really going on in your world. Because while I can kick the crap out of you and make you put on a pair of glasses like Rowdy Piper did, don't make any mistake about it. That is the world you live in. And if you don't believe that, again, just look at what's going on in Portland, Oregon. It is They Live, and they're everywhere. And I'm going to leave it at that. As far as some other issues go, yeah, I'm not going to leave it at that. I made a video playlist. I made a playlist. Probably won't get past about 7 fucking videos into it. Because it does that thing with the sidebar. The sidebar, I don't know what that is, but I don't know if you can see all of the videos or not. But I made a video this worth watching called My Journey in a Nutshell, and you might want to watch, and it really explains a lot of my viewpoints and ideals on a lot of issues. Beyond that, as far as Tom Esker goes, forget him, forget that shit. The point is, I have my viewpoints and my ideas, and I'm thinking about, I'm going to try to take it elsewhere, largely speaking, when I make these videos, because, first of all, people don't understand me, and they don't understand who I am, and you have these people who will pretend to be things they're not to screw with you, and like the guy yesterday. And I also saw a video by the Amazing Atheist today, who I like, by the way. He talks about 2020 and how he liked 2020 because it got the wheels of history turning in motion again. And there's a point to be made there. I too agree. And if you don't agree, then imagine being thrown out of your house, but having it done slowly but surely. In over a period of time, and no one makes a noise. Wouldn't you rather it happen at once, and for 1 year of history to make the kind of noise this year has made, to make the kind of racket that this year has made? It has gotten people thinking, and I know it has. And there are people out in the street protesting, and you have people like Trump trying to stop that. And Trump is, without a question, in many ways, the oppressor. He has oppressed the people in this country, and I didn't know that, and I didn't trust that. And right now, I bash Trump, but I do watch Trump once in a blue moon still, and I used to watch him to see what his viewpoint was. Does that now make me a current Trump supporter? I get on here and I bash Trump. Do I support Trump? No. So why is it when I get on here and I support certain people, you say that? And again, I asked the question, who do you support? What unsavory personalities would you be in support of? And why is it when I support them, it's bad, but when you support them, it's A-okay and it's good? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to start out and chart and rechart the destiny that I have. I don't know what my history holds for sure in terms of Twitter, humanist philosophies. I don't know what it holds in store for me as far as that goes, because I don't know if I'm doing any good there. Part of my problem here is, while this person hasn't done it, and that's weird to me, there's people that come on here and they're on here for like a minute and then they leave, so I have to speed up my fucking speech, and I have to talk to try to get my viewpoints across, so that if there's anything they want to hear, maybe they'll hear it. And I don't really know how to deal with people. I'm antisocial to begin with. I've explained this, and some people like what I have to say and some people don't, and a lot of people don't, and it doesn't work well. But I'm probably going to take some of my viewpoints to BitChute for 2 reasons. And that is, even though it's really hard to upload stuff to BitChute and it takes about a fucking day, and I've had some weird events happen to me on BitChute, I'm still going to say this. One, it's hard to do, but one, I feel like, I've said about everything I have to say here. I kind of just need to spread my stuff out. I'm putting too much stuff into certain places, mainly Twitter, but also here. But two, second of all, um, on BitChute, and I'll make this clear, and all of this is aside from the other douchebag making an ass out of me. Um, by not giving me a chance to appropriately respond to what he was saying and what I said. So I never really got a chance to really respond. But nevertheless, I'm gonna make a video. Part of it is you have real hardcore right wingers and Nazis, as well as Republicans and other people and all kinds of people on BitChute. So if I go to BitChute, I think I'll have a pretty good chance to kind of lay out my fucking platform and what I actually believe in, and then you can all judge that and decide upon that yourself. And I can also even show this guy that I was talking about that is supposed to be so bad, and I can kind of better explain why I would watch him, because I think some people are not understanding that, and they're considering or they're misinterpreting me watching a person with me agreeing with them, and that's not always the case. And I have said I do agree with them about rich people. I agree with them about the police. I agree with them about the wars we're in. I agree with them about many of the things he said about the environment. But this also goes back to what the Amazing Atheist said in his video. This is something that was creating chaos. And that is why I am leaning towards a concept I have about Ahriman. And I don't know where to take it from here. But another more accurate interpretation of my beliefs about the Ahriman character from Zoroastrianism is the Joker character from one of your movies, played by Heath Slater, The Dark Knight, that was supposed to modernize the Batman character and take it into the 21st century to be appropriate for teenagers, and I guess it did. But I guess it did do that. But he talks about chaos and the beauty of chaos and how chaos is fair, and he goes into detail about it. And I'm not going to do that here, but that could explain to you very much of my worldview and very much of what he was saying, and why I'm not always in support of this direct order that the Trump supporters want, and that some of the Democrats want too. I think the chaos, if it is done to obstruct authoritarianism and fascism, is not always bad. Now, it's up to you to decide when that is, but I don't see chaos as bad. I'm also not going to go so far as to say I am an agent of chaos, or that I wouldn't like a little bit of order in a just world, but we don't live in a just world, now do we? So I'm making my videos on BitChute, and I'm going to try to say this. I'm going to try to say that there you can see who I am. I don't have to play hopscotch or jump through hoops to prove that I am on the left, because it seems like I'm starting to have to do that again here, and I don't like that. If I was on the damn right, I would tell you I was, but on the left, you can see those on the right, and they're all over the place, and you have real hardcore Nazis there, and you can see me, and you can see what I say, and you know I'm not one of them, and you can judge for yourself, and I don't have to fucking make pretend or whatever. I can be who I am, and be a more authentic version of who I am, and really go hardcore and tell you what I think. And also, like I said, this idiot made an ass out of me, and beyond that, I've said about all I have to say here anyways. I have to spread my content out, and people are not going to understand me. You don't understand me. You've chosen not to understand me. You choose not to understand me. And that's why the Amazing Atheist is right. If there is any positive change that comes from the current world events, or the recurrent world events right now, it will be in the future. Probably your great grandchildren, and whatever they're identifying by then, they will be the ones who fucking benefit from anything happening now. But 2020 has been, in many ways, and I want to say this one last time before I leave, it's a godsend, because you can say, well, this has been a horrible year, and you're right, but it has set so many things in motion rather than just spreading it slowly apart, so that maybe we will become enslaved. Maybe I'll end up in a concentration camp somewhere, I don't know. I don't know what happened. What is happening to the people that are being abducted from the streets of Portland and all across our country right now? I don't know what's happening to them, and I don't know what will happen to me. But I do know this: people can see it, and they're seeing it in a live time. They're seeing it on the world stage right now. People being abducted by the government that is supposed to help them, and these people are not being violent, and they're not anarchists like Trump said they were. And believe me, talking to them, I'm not a fan of the anarchists, but they're not necessarily political anarchists, and they're certainly not being disorderly. They're peaceful protesters, and they're protesting. You choked a man to death, and here we are months later. What has happened? Have you done anything to help people be protected from being choked to death? No, you haven't done anything to help them. And I could still be choked to death right now. You could still be choked to death right now. Do you not understand that? And this is something worth talking about and worth talking to you about. But instead, unfortunately, I have people who are complete assholes who come on the internet and they bring up shit and they take things I say out of proportion, like I support a Nazi or I don't support him, to the point where I wouldn't endorse him so much so far. I wouldn't even say as to where I wouldn't even say his name. And then you bring up I bring up Milo simply as an example of he made a bad joke about something that happened to him. And the Republicans who don't like gay people didn't want him in their fucking protest, didn't want him in their little protest or their little rally. So they kick him out, and now he's being persecuted and punished for a thing that happened to him. And you're doing this to help victims of sexual abuse, but you're punishing a victim of sexual abuse. How does that make any fucking sense? And I even tell you that the InfoWars broadcaster, Paul Joseph Watson, even he went so far as to say, I guess the Republicans just don't like gay people. Even he said that. Mr. No Nut November, Mr. You Shouldn't Masturbate, even that right-wing freak, even he said maybe they just don't like gay people. But I'm defending Milo now too, and that was not the main thing to spark this controversy. And it was, maybe I should have thought and shut my fucking mouth first, but I just thought I'd be honest, like an honest human being, like we should all be able to be with you, and say, you know, I like this guy that maybe you do, maybe you don't, but this is a guy I like. Here, let's throw him out. Hey, gee, you know, and I said he thought aliens control the world. Hey, they're not coming, they're already here. And that would explain, that would, by the way, explain your behavior, wouldn't it? But, you know, I don't give a shit, man. I really don't. I'm putting my fucking opinion out there. And from here, I'm taking it elsewhere. I'm taking it to different places where there are right-wing people, and they're there. And you can't deny that they're there. So you cannot point to that person and say that's a right-wing, and then point to me and try to say I'm saying the same thing when I'm saying the fucking opposite. Simply because I said one thing, you try to take out of context. No, there is the right ring. That is the right ringer. Okay, here is the guy in the alt-right. That's Proud Boys or something. That's a Proud Boy. He's right ring. I am not that. I am not that. So Antifa and other people, and for all the hell I know, this guy might have been Antifa. You can't look at me and say, well, I'm a Proud Boy, because Proud Boy's saying something else and they don't like me either. So fuck them. You can't say I'm one of them. I'm doing my thing, man. I'm doing my thing. And you can't cross me up with that shit. So, you know, I'm going to Gab and BitChute, and I'm going to try to do some of my shit on Twitter. I would like to make a video here in another few weeks or days or months or whatever it ends up being. But I don't know. I'm a little bit scared too because of this guy, and he lied about me. And that was the Boda, whatever the fuck his name is. He's a troll, man. He's a fucking troll. But I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be doing my thing. I'm gonna be making videos, and I'll probably be on Twitter and on Facebook. And I'm gonna try to follow, or I'm trailing this Aura Man concept. I'm trailing it like a dog trailing a squirrel. And to be honest with you, I don't know where the hell it's going or what the fuck I'm talking about. But that's gonna be something I'm onto, and I'm gonna try doing different things. And I don't know what to make of it, but I'm just trying to create chaos in a way, because you're living in a world where they're throwing people in the back of a goddamn car in Portland, Oregon, and you don't even know who's doing it, and you don't know what becomes of them. You don't know if they're killing them or what they're doing, and you're okay with it. That's kind of scary for me, man. I'm scared by that. You're the right-wing fascists, and you're the ones allowing Nazi Germany to become America. I'm not. I'm trying to stop it. So don't fucking make this out to be me, man. Peace 666.